Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to learn one of the important concept in Java is the interface. Okay, so what is interface? In Java, an interface is a blueprint for a class. Okay, it is a type of abstract class that defines a set of method without any implementation. For example, suppose you have a remote control. So the remote control can be used to operate, TV, AC or music system, right? Every device will implement this remote control but behave differently. Okay. Interface, let's create an interface and understand. So if you want to create an interface, just go to the package, right click from there, then just go to the interface here. Okay. This is the class we used to create. Now I'm going to create an interface. You select the interface. So here you can give a name, remote control. Okay, just click on finish. So now see this getting interface is getting created. So interface can only have a abstract method. Okay. So what is that abstract method? Suppose the remote control method of the remote control. Maybe I can say public void turn on method. Okay. So now if I am trying to implement right, so it's going to throw you the error. See here it's saying that abstract method don't specify a body. Okay. So it's not going to allow to add a body. So now this will going to allow. Okay. So interface can only have an abstract method. This is called abstract method. Okay. Now you can implement any number of method over here. So turn off method as well. This is what there is no implementation, right? And also an interface cannot have a constructor. Okay, so this is what your interface. So let us implement all these methods what we have written in remote control, right? So let us implement. So let's create a class. So the class, I just wanted to create a class for a TV. Okay, so now let's create a class here. Here, right, TV class wants to implement the method which is written in the interface. Okay, you see this is the interface here we have written a method. So now this TV class, right, it wants to implement the method which is written in the remote control. Okay, remote control interface. So if the class wants to inherit the interface, okay, what are the keyword we are going to use? We use the keyword called implements. Okay, so you can say implement remote control. Okay. So now once you are implemented, here you could see the class name, you could see the error. So if you mouse over, you could be able to see add unimplemented method. Okay. It is asking to implement the unimplemented method. If you click on this, see it's getting added. What are the method available in the remote control, right? So this interface, it is getting updated here. So what we have to do, we need to implement. So let's add a message. So let's say TV is turned on. Okay. So here also we can add a message. TV is turned off. Okay. So now this is the method implementations we have done. So we can add another class as well. Okay. This is a TV. Maybe you can add another class for a AC also. Let's create another class. You can say AC. So now here, so this AC also want to implement the remote control, functions, right? So what we have to do here also we need to inherit the remote control interface. So implements remote control. Okay. So if you mouse over, you could able to see add an unimplemented method. You just click on that. So it is getting added. So here also it is getting added. So now here also you can add a message saying that AC is turned on. Okay. Same way you can add another message here also. AC is turn off. So now what is that? Now remote interface is a remote control. Okay. Interface is a remote control. Implementing the class is a TV and AC. Okay. Each device must implement the functionalities like a turn on and turn off. But the way they perform, right, those actions will be different. See here, this message is different in the TV and here also different message. So each device must implement the functionalities like a turn off and turn off. But the way they perform those actions will be different. Okay. Let's create another class. Let's go over here in the main method. Let's call all the methods. Okay. So now in interface, right, you cannot have an instance variable, right? You cannot create an object of the interface. Okay. So now let's create a instance of the interface and show you that. So here I can say R1 equal to new remote control. See now, here it is throwing a error. Cannot instantiate the type remote control. Right? Why? Because interface only contains the method declaration. Okay, not the implementation. So if you try to create an instance and call the method, right, Java will not, know what to execute. Okay, since there is no actual logic written inside the interface. Right? So that's why Java doesn't allow you to instantiate the interface directly. Instead that, what you need to do, you need to create a class that implement the interface and provide the actual method definition. Then you can create an object of the class. So here we have a TV and AC, right? So we can create an object of that class and access those methods. Okay. So let's go here. And with the parent referral, we could able to create an instance. So what I can do here, I can say TV, right? See now there is no error. So now here you can say R1 dot turned on. We can just call turn on method, and the same way you want to call R1 dot turn off method. Okay, the same way you want to call that AC also. What we can do, we can create a one more instance. R2, here you can give a AC. I'm creating an instance of the AC class. Okay. So now R2 dot, you can call turn on method, and same way R2 dot turn off method as well. Okay. So let us run this. See, TV is turned on, TV is turned off. The same way AC is turned on and AC is turned off. Okay, interface only contains the method signature. Okay, interface only contains the method signature only. All the methods are public and abstract by default. The class implement the interface using the what keyword? Implements keyword. Okay. The interface, it supports multiple inheritance. Okay. I hope you understand the interface with the simple analogy. You have a remote control interface. Okay, the remote control can be used to operate TV, AC or music system, anything, right? So every device will implement this remote control but behave differently. Okay, so interface is a remote control. Implementing class is a TV and AC. Okay, so each device must implement the functionalities like a turn on and turn off. So, but the way they perform those actions will be different. Okay, I hope you understand the concept of interface today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.